This is a Nintendo Wii, and it's a console from 2006, and we could see Pokemon with these graphics, and wow, it was so cool. Imagine yourself as a kid turning your brand new Nintendo Wii on and putting in the video game Pokemon Battle Revolution. You grab your Wiimote and are ready to play. After so many Pokemon games, you are ready to experience Pokemon with true quality, and then you are suddenly blown away with how good Pokemon look in a home console with your big TV screen. And then you would ask yourself, wow, I can't imagine how good these games will look decades later. Nope. I'm sorry to destroy your dreams, but nope, they won't look good. Well, now, in our present day, we have a much more powerful console than the Wii, and that is the Nintendo Switch. We actually got games like Super Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Mansion 3, or even third-party titles like Doom effing Eternal. Wow! Pokemon has to look amazing here, right? Let's guess how great Pokemon games look almost 20 years later. Okay, so I love Pokemon, and I want you to like this video, by the way, and subscribe. But yeah, I've been playing these games since I was a kid, and I remember when I had my Game Boy, and I was playing Pokemon Red on it. And then I had to beg my parents to buy Pokemon Crystal to be able to play the second generation of Pokemon. But later, I had my Nintendo 64, and I experienced for the first time that mind-blowing experience of seeing Pokemon in 3D with Pokemon Stadium. That was probably one of my best memories as a gamer, because there was this really cool feature with the N64 transfer pack, where you could literally transfer your Pokemon team from the Game Boy games into Pokemon Stadium and see those Pokemon in glorious 3D. So, Pokemon is a very important franchise to me, so you have to understand that I am worried in a way with its current state. But hey, don't get me wrong, nowadays we got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in our hands, and I am happy to say that they are finally starting to innovate with these games. I think we have been asking Game Freak for years to give a breath of fresh air to the Pokemon games because they were starting to become extremely repetitive and predictive, with the same mechanics, with one or two added features, and that's it. But now seeing revamped catching and exploration systems feels nice. It's actually open world! But guys, we have to be honest here. On a technical level, Game Freak forgot to take care of something that, believe it or not, for a multi-million-dollar company, is extremely important. Graphics. Oh my god. Graphics. Seriously guys, what are these graphics? Someone explain to me. I see a game released in 2022 that looks like a game from the early 2000s. I hate being a hater, but I'm actually not being a hater, I'm just being critical. But we have to be honest, the Pokemon franchise cared more for the graphics in the past than what they do today. I remember that moment where the third generation of Pokemon was released in the Game Boy Advance, and seeing the whole world with more detail was mind-blowing. But not only that, small things that added to the experience a lot were those like seeing the reflections of characters on water. That was actually so cool, but today, I feel like they seriously don't care about graphics, which worries me. In fact, they ignore the technical side of things so much that even the current games have tons of visual glitches. So many things are wrong. Aside from glitches, texture resolution is bad. Like, seeing grass and tree textures feels absolutely off, especially in today's standards. Everything feels plain and even lifeless, and I don't like that. Also, man, that draw distance, what is wrong with it? Things are all over the place, popping in and out constantly, and there's nothing that sucks more than playing an open world game and having immersion breaking things like a crappy draw distance. I mean, come on, it's not even normal. Even big names to the Nintendo YouTube scene like beat 'em ups are shocked by how poorly the graphics side of things is treated.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Clip that, chat.
So frame rate is absolutely all over the place, man. It's crazy.
So, frame rate is crazy in this game, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of horrible in the game, man. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Like, you know, by itself, like 30 FPS isn't that great, right?
Yeah.
But it's good if it's stable. But when you have a game that runs at 30 FPS cap, but is constantly jumping between 15 and 30 FPS and 20 FPS and all that stuff, not only does it feel bad, but it makes me feel dizzy. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't stand playing a game that runs with a horrible performance. I can't. Now, I know that as a gamer, I didn't care about performance when I was a kid, but it feels like in today's standards, this is just unacceptable, and even more when they are charging full price for this game. But let me be honest here, the Nintendo Switch isn't a powerhouse, and it needs an upgrade. In fact, many are speculating that some kind of Nintendo Switch 2 will be released soon. And I am really excited, especially if they use Nvidia's DLSS technology to be able to upscale games in 4K. But Nintendo Switch's hardware shouldn't be an excuse for Game Freak to work harder with their next games. We have games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, which has more stuff going on and with an even bigger world, and it's so much more polished than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Heck, I'm even tempted to play these Pokemon games in an emulator with my PC because they run and look better on my PC than on the actual Switch. But even grabbing a game like Pokemon Battle Revolution, released in 2006 for the Wii, and playing it on an emulator in my PC, upscaling it to 1080p, it looks better and it feels better than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet running at 1080p on the Nintendo Switch. Insane! I mean, the textures look better on a 2006 game than on a 2022 game. Wow! I love my Switch. I love Pokemon, but we need an upgrade from the Switch itself and from the actual development team at Game Freak. Because now that they are doing a better job at innovating gameplay-wise, they need to focus on the technical side of things. A little bit more. Just a little bit. And I also need you to like and subscribe. Because if you like video games and you like tech, you will like this YouTube channel. And hey, I am MrNuggetz, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.